convert the National Cathedral site into a cultural convention center. And there is this information coming from Felix Kwakye Ofosu. So the Minister of State for Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, has said that there has been no final decision on the future use of the land which had been earmarked for the National Cathedral project. Now, Mr. Kwakye Ofosu clarified that a proposal by a continental organization to convert the site into a convention center and cultural complex in exchange for office space was not under consideration. In the meantime, he says, President John Mahama has directed the Auditor General to conduct a forensic audit into the National Cathedral project, including 4.9 million Ghana cedis discrepancy in payments made to a contractor. The government has since suspended all funding to the project. The Secretariat was dissolved with effect from May 1, 2025, and staff salaries were halted from April 29. The National Cathedral project, cited on 15.7 acres of land in central Accra, has so far cost the state an estimated $97 million. The figure includes $58 million in confirmation or in confirmed government suspending $39 million in interim payment certificates submitted by the contractor. Despite public discussion, the government says no final decision has been taken on the future use of the land. Mr. Ofosu clarified that a proposal by a continental organization. And so basically that is what we are discussing today. There is a voice to this story. Let's take a listen.
Absolutely not. President Mahama has not taken any such decision. What it is that the 24-hour Secretariat received a proposal from an entity regarding what they believe the site can be used for. But no such decision has been taken by President Mahama on the subject. And as I indicated, once the forensic audit comes in and all the matters at play are clearly understood, a firm decision will be taken on the future of that site.
All right, so you just heard Felix Kwakye Ofosu, who is Minister of State for Government Communications, and he says no decision has been taken on the future use of the land, which has the National Cathedral projects. Okay, so this is coming from the Minister of State for Government Communications. Earlier on, the story that came out suggested that there is a proposal and possibly that was something they were going to do. There were various opinions on that. And now coming from the Minister of State for Government Communications, I think there is some clarification here. Adam Mensah-Chotome is here. He's a journalist. And also, okay, Adam, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
And so a few weeks ago, we were here talking about the possibility of government converting the cathedral site to a cultural convention center. Okay, and that was something that was captured in the 24-hour economy document. But according to Felix Kwakye Ofosu, who is Minister of State for Government Communications, they've not taken a decision yet. Did it occur to you when reading that document that actually it was a proposal and not something that has been concluded?
Yeah, Kwame, I think, if you read the document,
okay,
it was clearly stated that it was a proposal, because if you look at how it was coined,
okay,
clearly you could see that this is a proposal. So it was under the infrastructure activation, which is part of the Show 24 initiative.
Yeah.
And
the Show 24 is the subsection for tourism, art and culture.
Yes. In
the document.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And if you read it, it said at the national level, a bold flagship intervention is proposed. You get the point.
Okay.
At the national level, a bold flagship intervention is proposed. and it goes forward to say, converting the National Cathedral site into the National Cultural Convention Center, NCCC, in partnership with the AFTA Secretariat. The venue will serve as Africa's premier cultural diplomacy and creative economic forum, hosting international exhibitions, film festivals, trade shows, and summits, filling a critical infrastructure gap without conflicting with the national values or faith. So clearly, in the document, it was stated that this is a proposal. So, I mean, it will have to take higher authorities and further stakeholder, consultation for that proposal to be admitted before financial commitment would be made, where the finance minister and others will look at that financial commitment. The state will have to evaluate it. Since it's a partnership with AFTA, will be made to understand how much Ghana is investing in the project. And clearly, proposals to government can be taken or not be taken. And even in the 24-hour economy document, I'm not sure it is everything in there that the government will be able to implement. If you look at even the National Development Planning Committee and NDPC, not all the things they propose are able to come to fruition. Same as even the manifestos of people. So clearly it was stated that it's a proposal. And for me, I think that in as much as it is a proposal, we this is a good idea. The idea of a national cultural convention center. We need to infrastructure, because if you want to position yourself as a tourism destination, all of these things come with investments. All the countries who have positioned themselves for big events among others in the creative space, from production among others, it's as a result of the infrastructure they've created. So as a country, we need, if we really intend to move ahead in our quest to be tourism oriented and become a hub for tourism in Africa, we need to match it with infrastructure investment. So we need that deliberate effort to be able to create that brand identity as a hub.
So for clarity, Felix is not saying the Cultural Convention Center will not be constructed.
Yes.
He's just saying
the conversion of
the cathedral site into the Cultural Convention Center is not what has been concluded or decided on.
It's a proposal. And the government is yet to make a decision on that. And if you listen to his earlier interview, clearly you could see that President Mahama has a plan for the National Cathedral, and he made it quite clear that he stands by that commitment to the cathedral, like the commitment to what he believed the site should be used for. So, that is also yet to, come out on a national level where the future of that cathedral will be. But for all of these hullabaloo and the auditing issues about the project, it would have also been a very good booster to the tourism potentials of the country. If you look at the plan of the cathedral and what we'll do, certainly, what makes tourism Ghana or get a lot of revenue is as a result of the activities. So the more you have facilities for more activities, the more people are paying or bringing you a lot of revenue. So certainly, if there weren't any issues around the cathedral and the cathedral was even at a certain level, it would have really served a lot. In December, look at the people who will come and look at the Ghana's cathedral, visit other places, and I'm sure people will pay. And if you go to some of these places, the amount of money the locals pay is even lower than the amount of money foreigners pay. And all of this would have been revenue for us. You understand? And I'm sure by the next tourism report, it would have featured in in terms of the people who visited. It's quite unfortunate that didn't. I don't know whether you see the day of light, but that didn't happen. I mean, because for me, from the onset, I said, this is going to serve a lot of multiple purposes, including tourism, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. So, government should look at the NCCC project because from the look of things, the launch of Black Star Experience, among others, the government is trying to create a certain enabling environment for tourism, and the big push, which is the infrastructure part of the government initiative, needs to consider the tourism or the creative sector, because we need a lot big push. Quite, and also big near double big push because I mean on so many fronts we are late when it comes to the infrastructure game. So we need a lot of push in that regard to be able to move our tourism to the next level. So this one
that's a good one.
It's really clear.
And there is one thing I'm also looking forward to seeing from this government to continue some of the infrastructural projects that the previous government started. For example, the amphitheaters. I know the one in Accra we went to take photos of. It's at a very high level, I think lintel level or so.
I saw that pictures.
I would expect them to complete it.
Of course, it will be because government is a continuum. So if these projects are laudable projects, and it will go a long way to contribute to the space. So if especially the money is sitting there among others, or even if the money is not sitting there, look at the viability of the project and pump money in, because when you invest in it, it's going to give you that returns, because people are going to rent the place, activities will take place, it will bring revenue, and at the end of the day, it will be used to defray the cost. So, we need to pay attention to some of these projects the government started. I know even though the one at the trade fair is under the trade ministry, efforts should be, because at the end of the day, it becomes a space and it can be used for all purposes. The conference center was built for conference, and look at the ripple effect in the creative sector. So we would like to urge the trade and industries, or the trade ministry to.
The last time Judge Kwakye told me, he lives close to that site, and he said work was ongoing as of the time he sent me the message. And so
that's good.
Robert Clark,
Mr. Dazi,
how are you?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Charlie, I go do.
So we have this information from the Minister of State for Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, saying that contrary to earlier information that the cathedral site was going to be used for a National Cultural Convention Center, they have not decided yet.
I think it's been clarified.
Yes.
One is a proposal. The initial information that went out felt almost like had been made. Yes.
Taken.
Or even if it was not clear that a decision had been made, it's been clarified.
Okay.
So what for me it is when initial submissions or proposals are being projected within the public space, it has to be communicated as accurately as possible.
Okay.
So that the wrong
impressions are not
created. That's it for me. That's one. Two, the proposal itself on its own merit. Everybody knows that there's an infrastructure deficit within our space. So obviously, you want to have that. I'm just not too sure about the swapping or the replacement with an office space. I don't know what that means. When it says there's a component that says the creation of an infrastructure for an office space. I'm not too sure.
In the documents, right?
Yes, that was circulating. I'm not too sure what that. There's an office space.
In the document,
components. Just if you read the write-up. No, if you read the write-up, you'll see it.
Okay. You're talking about the story.
Yeah, the story. Yeah.
Okay.
Something about some office space replacement. I'm not too sure what office space that is.
I'll get that. I'll get that. Okay. All right. So we're still here. Daybreak Hitz 103.9 FM, and we're having a conversation on a message that has been put out from the quarters of Minister of State for Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu. And he is saying that there has been no final decision on the future use of that land, means the National Cathedral site yet, which had been earmarked for that project. And Mr. Kwakye Ofosu clarified that a proposal by a continental organization to convert the site into a convention center and cultural complex in exchange for office space, this is what we're talking about, was not under consideration.
Yes. So in what office space?
Okay, so the AFTA is going to have an office in that structure, in that cultural convention center.
Yeah. So are they proposing to build it so that they will get an office space?
You mean after?
Yeah, that's. I'm just trying to understand what the office space component is.
You have the documents. Can you run us through again?
That's why maybe it says that. It says that
you missed the page.
Yeah.
Okay. So they understand.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I get you. This story, per this story, there is that impression that maybe they are going to take
it says that at the national level, a bold flagship intervention is proposed, converting the National Cathedral site into the National Cultural Convention Center, NCC, in partnership with the AFTA Secretariat. So, like, there is a certain partnership with the AFTA Secretariat.
So when we understand this in its entirety, then we know that somebody wants to put money into it,
into that construction,
and then by so doing also obtain an office space.
Yes.
So
with this whole thing, the partnership means that it's more or less like a collaboration. So they have a stake in it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then what it means is that when we are looking at the merits of this particular proposal, it
goes beyond just the cultural center.
Exactly.
There is a trade aspect from after.
Yeah, because something is about to be invested into it. And I'm also questioning, when we say cultural center, really, what is it?
They stated, if you read further, I think there's a film exhibition center. Can you go further?
I'm just interested in the word culture. And why culture?
Culture because it encompasses all the creative things, all the cultural things.
So it could have well been a convention center. It could have just been
So and this is the purpose of this venue will serve as Africa's premium cultural diplomacy and creative economy forum, hosting international exhibitions, film festivals, trade shows and summits, filling a critical infrastructure gap without conflicting with national values or faith institutions.
Yeah, I get that. So everything I'm hearing in terms of the denotation of what the center is supposed to be, it can be found in a convention center. I'm just wondering why the title culture.
I'm sure if you read,
there's a convention too. It's a culture.
Yeah.
What? Cultural
National
convention.
Cultural Convention Center.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think the main aim is that, I mean, if you read their document on the tourism creative space, it's like they want to build an African cultural hub.
Yeah, I get that.
Country. So the culture,
I get
culture is. I think it's
about.
Just semantics, just to create that picture, because it's like
when you go to the art center right now, you would see everything about it that makes it an art center.
An art center, yeah.
When you say cultural center, I also want to see something that is heavy on culture that makes it warrant the name a cultural convention center. Otherwise, if it's a place for multi-purpose engagement or summits or meetings, then anything convention actually suffices, so that when we have something that depicts the elements of culture, you can say, okay, let's apply the name culture to it.
I think we are going too fast.
Yeah,
it's not about going fast. It's about querying what is there. And
this will certainly, if the proposal is accepted or they are going to, put up the place. It was. But
it is right. It is right to raise questions.
Of course.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And to me, I think culture is a very broad term.
Yeah.
And it includes everything.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
It includes architecture. It includes trade, the way we trade, the way we dress, the way we do everything. So I think it sits right in this context.
Yeah. Everything.
So the conference center that we have is a culture and conference center.
Oh, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
so
with that understanding,
let's just have that conversation.
With that understanding.
It's
and
good
you
to
remember
note.
I raised the point about if we're not duplicating the convention center
exactly,
being built.
because I was also coming to that particular.
Yeah,
and it makes perfect sense.
And some people said, "Oh, we can have two."
Yes, that one, because we have deficits. So I mean, for as long as we have multiple places to be able to hold multiple functions and there's business for it, why not?
Okay. All right. So we are looking forward to having more of these venues for this industry. Yeah. If you have any comments, 054-8841-039. Now, let's get on to the next story. So, the Director General of the National Sports Authority, Yao Ampofo Ankra, has confirmed that discussions have taken place with Jamaican dancehall star Vybz Kartel regarding a potential concert at the Accra Sports Stadium. Reports of a possible December performance have stirred both excitement and concern, particularly among football fans worried about the protection of the pitch. However, Ampofo Ankra says the authority is making efforts to accommodate both sporting and non-sporting activities at the national venue. Yes, so this is something that has come up and people are, okay, the world boss is on tour, and so he wants to come to Ghana and stage a concert at the Accra Sports Stadium. This is something that some people in the showbiz industry are quite interested in. They are happy about. But let's take a listen to Yao Ampofo Ankra.
Any engagement with an act, an international act or even local, Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Kim Promise, the churches would also be having their concerts and end of year programs, conferences. The facility is not only the pitch, we have other amenities that can be used, equitably. But for Vybz Kartel, what I can say is that there has been engagement, there's been contact, and for now, that's all I can say.
Break hits.
There have been engagements, contacts, Vybz Kartel possibly coming to Ghana. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a dancehall thing. See? Adam, what impression did you get when you saw this story first time?
I was like, is it for real? I mean, that's the first thing that came to mind. And
as in for real, as in you didn't believe that Vybz was
the Accra Sports Stadium because of
the stadium.
The conversations surrounding the stadium and the fact that currently it's like the only stadium which is in good shape. But it seems that likely some of our World Cup qualifiers will be played ahead of December. Yeah, and if it's going to be December, then I think that it's going to be of really, really, really great benefit to us because, if you look at the tourism report, among others, our numbers normally, there is quarterly estimation and quarterly arrivals. Okay. And mostly we get to the apogee or the apex in December.
We get to where?
The apogee or the apex.
Apogee or the apex.
In December.
The lacuna.
Blamability.
In December.
Yeah.
So if you have a world brand like Vybz Kartel, who a lot of people are dying to see because, after his prison issues, people are dying to experience him. And Africa has not had a chance to do that. So if you have him coming, you're going to, and already people come to your country in December, it's going to be a big banner promotion for the country in terms of tourism arrival, among others. And certainly, if they come, it's going to, like we say, tourism is a matter of all sectors because it's umbrella. Yeah. People are going to the transport sector, will benefit the hotel industry, restaurants, among others. And the country, if Vybz Kartel has held a concert here, other artists or other promoters will see the economic viability of the country, and that's a promotion there. And there's that bit of cultural diplomacy between us and Jamaica and other parts of the world. And at the end of the day, clearly it's going to also open the floodgate or put spotlight on some of our talent. And talent here, I'm not talking about only artists, from the production to media, among others. I mean, from there, the network will happen, and it will move on for the rest of the world. And for me, the promotion which comes with that for the country, among other artists, I'm sure that clearly we're going to see Shatta Wale on stage with Vybz Kartel, and that transfer of equity there is going to be huge.
If you're listening to me right now, if this whole thing works out, which artists do you want to see on stage? Ghanaian, I want only 5 Ghanaian artists you want to see on stage with Vybz Kartel. Send us your thoughts right now. 054884109. Continue. 1 minute more.
So I mean, the artists, the spotlights, the brand equity, the transfers there, and a whole lot. I mean, this cannot be quantified, and I'm sure that the necessary processes will be arranged, and I'm sure afterwards there can be post-event collaborations with Vybz Kartel, among others, and other promoters and others are going to come down, and we need to look at the positive side of it and ensure that we tap all the benefits, not that seeing it only, but tapping the benefits which comes with it.
Robert, how much of a big deal is Vybz Kartel coming to Ghana if it works out?
Incredibly big, and there are many reasons to it. First of all, we heard about this whole thing from when Molly went to perform at Vybz Kartel's event. So it was out there, put out there, and then he said, "Yo, I want to come to Ghana." And he said it, and so clearly you know that connection has been established. And then following up, we now see the fruits and contacts have been made, and there is that proof that it has been made. And this particular thing means a lot of attention to Ghana. The moment, in fact, if the tweets begin to happen, attention will come to Ghana. And now if it comes to Ghana, what it means is that this is going to reinforce the December in Ghana or December in GH frame. Ultimately, because we've had several things given strong reasons why people need to come to Ghana in December. And this adding to it is going to be loud, it's going to be heavy, and it's going to be out there within the space. And clearly what it means is that it's going to add to the tourism effect in December, and it's going to encourage artists to consider similar projects. So if he's doing it, what does it mean to other people? Because they are like, oh, if I can actually go to Ghana and get this thing done, then what it means is that other artists who are big in that same similar brackets,
Beyonce.
And it keeps going on and on and on, and so that becomes a big deal. But it's actually also a very big deal for Shatta Wale. At the end of the day, I mean, that's his idol. His idol. Basically they've had collaborations. He went to perform at his events, and then him coming here is going to be like
a return match.
Man. But this time around, it's going to be massive duration in terms of the performance duration for both of them. And obviously we have the featuring acts who are going to have good exposure. I already see Tiny. I see so there's Shatta.
Okay, apart from Shatta,
I see Shatta. I see Tiny. I see what's his name, Medical.
On stage.
For now, this is because of how tight they are with him. So to
one
say,
side,
I'm not too sure.
I see Molly.
You see Molly?
I see Molly as well. Yeah, so that makes it 4. And
guys,
then
who else?
5. I see Stoneboy.
5.
It's a dancehall thing.
You see Stoneboy?
Yeah, it's a dancehall thing.
So
it's a dancehall.
It will be great. It will be great.
Everything is possible.
It will be great.
To
see all of them on stage. Stone. And in fact, it would be great to see
the dancehall guys.
It would be great to see every dancehall person represented in the.
Recently, I think in Jamaica there was that kind of smoking of peace pipe with Vybz Kartel and other people beating man.
So maybe who knows?
You can say this
can bring
without
the
using the word smoking.
Rastas are smoking peace pipe.
Reuniting.
Smoke peace. Okay.
But when you use the word smoking,
the dancehall thing.
dancehall thing.
No. So on a real though, I think that the biggest benefit also goes to the value chain.
Okay.
The value chain, clearly. Stadium being, the fact that it's being rented, payment is going to be made.
All right.
Security men are going to be, the services are going to be required. Catering, people who are going to bring food, advertising, going to radio stations, people who are doing voiceover, name them, like entire value chain.
To be huge,
media, everybody is going to get their bit in terms of their services being needed, and that's what we're saying. Events is a massive factory for employing people, and once you organize one event, you're going to have a lot of people within the chain who are going to benefit. We've not even mentioned logistics, stage, light, sound.
Yes, all these things.
So I think that the benefit is huge and it needs to be considered.
Awesome.
Just imagine Shatta and Stonebwoy performing with Vybz Kartel on stage. I mean, this is going to be amazing. The fans will love it. I mean, Charlie, the stadium will erupt. Charlie, it's going to be amazing.
Why the three of them? Shatta, Stonebwoy, Vybz. We mentioned other people.
Plus Molly, on stage. It's going to be nice.
Jupiter,
settings, man.
Episode.
Agenda. Okay, I have some comments here. This one said, "This is Dark Lord Nice." Again from Kaswa. Vybz Kartel coming to Ghana shouldn't only be him and Shatta Wale. If you could make Stonebwoy episode Samini, Jay Derobi and a few dancehall artists to join Shatta Wale, welcome him. This will be a memorable show ever here in Ghana. Happy birthday to Alana Suede of Tema. From us all, we wish her well from Picture Ghana, Tema. Good morning, guys. I'm listening at Medina Rates Peace Barbering Shop. Sunday is my birthday from Obibini Kwesi Ening. Okay, and this one says Vybz Kartel to Ghana is purely the vibes with the godson Shatta Wale. Yeah, it's a vibe thing. So, which artists do you think should join Vybz Kartel on stage if what he's trying to do succeeds? Okay, you can still connect with us on our various social media handles. Engage, and let's hear your thoughts on this one. Let me come to my panel members and take their final words before we say goodbye. Adam.
Yeah. For me, I think that the GTA and all the various tourism agencies, I mean GTDC among others, need to look at also the tourism potential of it and see how best they can tap into to position.
Right.
I mean, a tourism brand to attract all the benefits which comes with this concept.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah, so for me, when you hear stuff like this, the marketing and sales aspect of a tourism sector has to immediately be tickled, and then they have to move fast because it is something that we need. So it's not we shouldn't just let it be resting on the sports division making a decision, because we should be clear. When we have a stadium is not meant for only sports, and it's that. I mean, we know across the world. So entertainment shows, we have public events, we even filming locations. They use the stadium for it. So basically, we need to be able to get to that point where we acknowledge and accept
and take good care of the pitch.
Yep, and for these large shows to happen with all the impact that it wields, we need to be able to allow the stadium to perform its multi-purpose. So yes.
All right, thank you, Robert Clark, and then you, Adam Mensah Chotame. This one from Harold says he is selecting Shatta, Sarkodie, Shashamali, Raskuku, and Kwame Eugene to join Vybz Kartel on stage. Okay, all right. Betway Scratch and Win is back with a bang. A whopping 9 million Ghana cedis prizes ranging from cash, free spins, free flights, and more are up for grabs from 1st to 31st July 2025. And this is how you can be part of this. Adam Mensah, you have not tried. Listen, you can be part and win some prizes, all right? Simply log into Betway, bet on sports or casino, and you will get your daily scratch card. From there, it's just scratch, match, and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Only at betway.com.gh today. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betway gets way more. Yes.
So Adam, what he was trying to say is that as we are waiting for 2nd August, the registration, you can shore up.
Yeah, shore up, because so for the money there, you didn't hear. You didn't hear what? All right. Thank you very much, guys, for coming. It's been another awesome edition of Daybreak Hits on Hitz 103.9.
This is Hitz.